Good evening, ladybugs and yellow jackets. Fairy Princess Lily here. So tonight I have this Wildflower reading card. It's an oracle deck that I got a couple of weeks ago, but I hadn't had a chance to open. And today I was feeling a little down, so I thought I would open it with you guys because one time a friend said to me that when you feel down, it helps to do nice things for other people and to help you feel better. So I was hoping that I could open this with you guys tonight. And if anybody wants me to do a one card pull for them, you could just put your name in the comments and I'll make a little list right here and I'll do a pull for you. But this is a new deck of mine. I have, I think, 4 or 5 different flower decks that are oracle decks. So as you can see, a pretty cool box, actually. It's got the nice magnetic business going on. It's quite sturdy. And it's by, I want to say this is Cheralyn Darcey. So here's the book. I guess it's maybe about 5 inches, 5 inches by 4 inches. It smells very good. It is not glossy pages, but let's just start, I guess, at the beginning and take a look at it really quick. We have our little dedication in the front and table of contents in front, always a good sign. There are always flowers for those who want to see them. Claude Monet. And then you can see what some of these flowers are. Billy buttons, blue gum flowers, beronia, bottle brush, cattle brush, Cooktown orchid, crowia. Wow, I haven't heard of a lot of these. This is pretty cool. So these are, oh, forward by Lucy Cavendish. Okay, yeah, well, she's pretty well known for her own decks as well. So let's see. Hello, cool gamer. Nice to see you. I just was gonna look through this deck and do some card pulls if anybody wants one. So if you want one, just say like card please and I'll write one down for you. So how to use the cards. Okay, so we've got some suggestions on how to use them, some suggestions on various setups. So a new moon spread, clarity spread. Let's see, card number 1, the issue. Card number 2 is the outcome now, and card number 3 is alternatives. I prefer to keep it simple, so I like that. Whoo, that's a lot of cards. For, of course, sort of looks like a flower though, huh? So, hey Joshua, how are you? Education and creative work, healing and meditation. And then it looks like here we go is into. So we don't have actual photographs of flowers so much as some artistic renditions. Everything looks to be in black and white. We have a little paragraph here for each one. And it doesn't appear to be purposefully delineated in, maybe just what your message is and then like your fuller description or anything. It just kind of looks like it's just sort of one whole thing and not maybe broken down into different components. But we do have our power words that go with each one. So, Cooktown Orchid is for attitude, and Grass Tree is for enlightenment. I kind of wish, though, that these pictures were actually pictures or something closer to what the flowers really look like, because not knowing what a lot of these are, those are not, to me, terribly descriptive pictures. So that's kind of an let's see. How do you even say that? Gaimia lily for awareness. Let's see. Pink heath for direction. So now we're going to take a look at the cards, which hopefully all the cards, these pictures will be in color. Hard to imagine they wouldn't be. There you go. They are. So we'll set the book aside here. And if you guys have ever done this with me before, then yeah, I'll totally do a poll for you. I'll just write your name. If you guys have not ever done this with me before, then I always like to do the first. Oh no. Oh gosh, I thought the whole thing was wrapped in plastic, and I'm like, oh no, I didn't bring something to cut with. So, but it's just a little plastic band. I do actually really like this box, though. This is quite a nice box. So I like to do the first card pull out of the deck for myself just to see what I get. No shuffling, no nothing. And then we'll shuffle them and we'll do some pulls for you guys if you're into that. So let's see. You just finished fooding your face, huh? Okay, I gotta smell them first. These ones smell good. So they're kind of like a medium matte, not super slick and glossy, but not sticky either. They're kind of somewhere in between. So, okay, here we go. I'm just gonna first card for myself. Whoop. Oh boy, a brand new deck. Mm, no, I feel like we're down here somewhere. Here we go. Oh, it's pretty. It's a crow's foot, and it is for rebirth. So let's see. Let's look this up. Man, that's a pretty card. I do like these. Let's look it up. Okay, so our table of contents is in alphabetical order, which is quite handy. Let's see. Crow's foot is page 31. So oop, there we go. Sorry, page 33. Or rebirth. So it says a low-growing plant that reaches a height of 50 centimeters and is, I'm trying to find a good place to read, or I'm not going to pump this thing. Let's see, and is usually found in most inland areas of New South Wales, Australia. Parts of all other states, with the exception of Tasmania. An indigenous name for the plant is Malu Monpunpa. Malu Munpunpa. Oh boy, that's hard. Munpunpa. Munpunpa. Munpunpa? Okay. I don't actually know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but let's see. Its flowers are blue with white or yellow vein pattern and are 5 to 17 millimeters wide. The 5 petals are wide and open and the plant flowers most of the year. The tuber of the plant and the seeds are a food source to indigenous Australians when other food sources are scarce. Crowsfoot is associated with the cycle of life and indicates an ending, a change, a letting go. For things to begin, some things must end, and so it is at this moment. Holding on to something is not in the best interest of all those concerned, not the least yourself. Crowsfoot does show a new era is beginning for those who have been in the shadows. Accepting of change is strongly shown as a key to coping and finding strength. Old negative habits are being shown up, and you are reminded to let go and move on. The challenge of Crowsfoot is stagnation and resistance to change. As a healer, Crowsfoot supports those coping with life transitions and changes. Yes, I think a lot of cards have that band too. Also, I have a sneeze as well, so if I just sneeze suddenly, you'll. Hey! Oh, okay. There's my sneeze. Well, that's strangely apropos. So we'll just put that back in there. And then Joshua, since I saw you say something first, then I will go ahead and shuffle. Now these are really big for my hand. I kind of prefer them to be a little bit smaller because it's hard for me to like do the shuffle thing when they're quite so big. Hey! Oh, okay. Ooh, the fan above me is giving me the chills. Okay. See, I have trouble when they're okay. Try this again. Trouble. It's when they're so big. There we go. One. I always like to do 3 shuffles. And then split the deck. you-ish, sort of. Eh. It's a good thing I do not work in Las Vegas. Somewhere Penn and Teller are weeping, as with every other card magician ever. Okay. Go, go, go. Okay. I mean, nope. I can't do it. I will get this. My little hands can do it. Go, little girl hands. Why? Okay, here we go. One more time. This time will be the time. And yes, okay, I see you, Flora. I'll do one for you too. I will do yours. Okay. Mostly got it after Joshua's. So, and hypothetically, somewhere along the way, I will. Oh no, where'd my pen go? I will learn to do this shuffling of the big cards better, so it won't take so long each time. But here we go. Okay. Joshua, this one's for you. We have Emu Bush for partnership. Here is your card. This one's pretty too. Is an Emu Bush. Oh, we're about to find out. So clearly I need to have some kind of a bookmark here for my table of content. There it is. I can actually arrange this. Okay. Emu Bush. That one is page 35. Fairy aprons? What? That's actually a card. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's see. Emu bush, a shrub which grows about 3.5 meters in height and is found throughout inland Australia. Its fruit is favored by the emu. I once had an emu almost bite off my hand. Well, at least I'm pretty sure that's what my dad thought was going to happen. The indigenous name is, oh boy, Ermonga, and various species have been used in bush medicine for muscle and joint issues for thousands of years to present day by boiling the leaves. More about the flowers, but now we're going to get to its message, which is Emu Bush speaks of partnership, and this includes joint ventures in business as well as romantic commitments. The energy of this flower is very strongly aligned with entities working together, moving in the same direction to achieve positive outcomes. Look at the alliances you currently have, the partnerships you enjoy, and ensure that the dealings are fair and in balance. Emu Bush does signal new partnerships and groups forming, as well as highlighting the possible benefits of mentorship. The challenge of Emu Bush is that of deceptions, sabotage, and misunderstandings within alliances. There is a particular focus on gossip and on untruths being uncovered. As a healer, Emu Bush enables things to run smoothly. It opens the way for actions to occur without hindrance while supporting easy flowing communication. So, I have to get a Kleenex here. So, I'm not sure what you have going on there, but Gesundheit. Yes, thank you very much. Emu Bush, it is for you this evening. So, okay, and so then that means Flora, yours is the next one up. The pens are just rolling all over the place. Let's get that back in there. Okay, here we go. Got to do this shuffly thing like 3 times, not 20 times. Oh, come on. Why is it so hard for these ones to go together? Am I not doing it close enough? Like, what am I doing wrong? That was kind of one. Ooh, that was a good one. Very excited about that. Perhaps more excited than one might ought to be. That's 3. And there we go. Okay. Laura, this flower is for you. There we go. You have cattle bush. Is everything from Australia a bush? Got the emu bush and the cattle bush and some other bush. Persistence. That actually sounds like you, to be honest. There we go. So cattle bush is page 20. Nope, 7. There we go. So uh, it's so you, Flora. A spreading and erect shrub up to 1 meter in height that is very widespread through inland and upper parts of Australia. The flowers are blue and sometimes white with yellow center and white stamens. They are about 12 to 20 millimeters across, and when in bud, form a spiral, um, twisted, sometimes known as camelbush or Gilarga. Indigenous Australians have long used the flowers on non-healing wounds and for snake bites. So this says that your persistence will be rewarded. Look at what you can let go of and what is truly worthwhile. Now is the time to sort these matters out and focus with new determination. Progression is indicated if you have felt like you have been on a plateau. Keep going, as your tenacity will be worthwhile. Don't give up is the clear message of Cattlebush. The challenge of Cattlebush is being too stubborn and not letting go when you need to. It is also giving up too soon. Usually when you are close to your goal, but just can't usually when you're close to your goal, but just can't see it. As a healer, Cattlebush supports those who feel weary and worn out. It is a wonderful energy booster. See, perfect for you, right? You've been getting more sleep. Hopefully that will be a continuing trend. That'll be wonderful. It's like magic. Yep, that's right. See, these cards, they know you. So now I'm just gonna kind of, because I don't see really anybody else has put their name out there or anything for a card. So I'm gonna just flip the deck over and let's look at some of these. If you see one that you kind of want me to pull out, let me know and all. But here we go. 5 corners looks a lot like foxglove, huh? These are quite pretty. Romeo. I don't even know what these are. You're welcome, Flora. Thank you. Tea tree. I can practically smell this card in my nostrils. Golden wattle. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Waddle, waddle, waddle. I think it's a different waddle. Orange Banskia. Banskia? Native geranium. Ooh, I can totally smell that. I love the smell of geranium. I know, right? It is a pretty deck. So I've got this deck, the regular flower fairy deck. I've got the night flowers deck, and then just another flower oracle deck. But this one is Australian specific. That one's kind of cool. Grass tree sort of looks like a cactus. Let's see. Fairy aprons. I really want to see what the fairy aprons actually says about it. Like, what's its message in the book? I think I might look that up. Oh, look at rabbit orchid. Like a little rabbit. There's Buddy Foo Foo. Bottle brush. See all the brush out in the bush. Is it bush or brush? Oh, that one was brush. Lily buttons. I like this one. The woman one. Ooh, this one's cool. Gray spider flower. cool name too. Turkey bush. See? All the bushes. All the bushes are in Australia. That's, you're wondering, fairy fanflower. Okay, I'm gonna see what these. I'm gonna see what these fairy ones say. I know, shocking nobody. That is what I turn to. Fairy aprons, fairy flowers. That's starting at 37. I'm just gonna skip straight to their little mystical meaning. The energy surrounding fairy aprons is guidance, especially that connected with your intuition and divinity. You know what is right for you now. You have the answer within. You need to listen to your inner self, to your guides, and trust that you are being directed towards what is right for you. Nature will support you if you believe and connect deeply. Ask and the answers will come. The light will shine again. The challenges associated with fairy aprons is trickery. Be very careful of secrets that you have been entrusted with, and be aware that others may not be sharing theirs. As a healer, fairy aprons support meditation, self-healing practice, and for strengthening intuition. And then the fairy fan flower is this flower that has a whole bunch of fans that are fairies. It's got its own club. Fairy fan flowers ask you to take responsibility for your actions right now. You must realize that perhaps you are the only one who can enable action to take place, and you may need to do this on your own. Your word is incredibly important right now, so do not offer it lightly. A time for reevaluation of goals, particularly as new responsibilities may be on the horizon for you. There's an indication that issues surrounding dependence may be improving with new insights and a strengthening of self confidence. As a challenge, fairy fan flowers can bring limitations due to codependency issues and also may signal trouble with legal matters. As a healer, fairy fan flowers supports those with new responsibilities and strengthens resolve to cope. So I guess that they kind of have, this as a challenge and a healer. They've kind of got that as a regular thing in every descriptor now that I've read a few of them well through. So I guess there's that. So I guess thanks everybody for tuning in for my little unboxing. I haven't done one of these in a while, so that was fun. And this was the Australian Wildflower reading cards by Cheralyn, Darcey. And I hope you guys all have a good night. Thank you so much and enjoy your dinner, everybody. Bye.